Hey, it's hard. I got a special guest today. This is the problem solver, Evan Aaron, our EIC for Game Creek Yogi. So let me ask you, what was your path to the craft of being the EIC on Yogi?
Yeah, it's not too long. I'm still pretty young, but after college, I got a degree in mechanical engineering and I minored in film. Always sort of been interested in fixing things and technical side of things. I worked after graduating, I worked for NBC for 3 years there.
With the trucks?
No, actually. So I interned there while I was still in school, and then I did like a rotational program with them, which was great. It's called the Media Tech program. I got experience out in the Universal Lot in LA in the broadcast engineering group out there. And then I worked in our master control in New Jersey.
So did you seek out that program, or it just you found...
I literally Googled engineering film internship, and it was one of the programs that popped up.
That's good. It's so funny how sometimes you just find a way, and that was a big change.
And I had no idea. I'm glad you're doing this because I had no idea this industry really existed. And in high school, I helped build the TV. We turned the dark room into a TV studio.
Oh, to a control.
No idea that's a job that people have.
Yeah.
Think about looking into it.
Well, that's funny because it's changed. It's so funny because the path people take sometimes are so different to get to where they get to. And then you don't realize, I didn't even know this job existed. Well, let's talk about the job that you have. Yeah. As an EIC, unfortunately, you usually get the calls when there's a problem. So a truck shows up like this and then has to be plugged in. Mm-hmm. Everything has to then work. Yeah. When it's not working, they call on you. Yeah. What is that like?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot of people look at it like that and see it like a lot of pressure, and there's so many moving pieces. But I look at it.
How many cameras are on this show?
This show, we have 9 hard cameras and up to 4 handhelds, plus a bunch of 4 robos, and then at least 10 POV beauty cameras around the stadium that all hit the truck. And basically it's my job to work with the crew and make a plan to manage, formats, color spaces, making sure those signals are making it into the truck and through the truck cleanly to all of the replay servers, the switcher, transmission, etc.
Now, Game Creek has trucks. There's either one truck for some events, mm-hmm. or a truck like this, which has 2 in it, A and a B unit.
Yeah.
So your B unit supports the actual. Sometimes we'll have a visiting show.
Yeah.
A lot of sometimes you guys might not know that on baseball games you will have 2 different broadcasts. You'll have the home show and the visiting show.
Yeah.
Sometimes the visiting show will have its own truck. Sometimes you will support that too. So you will be supporting 2 shows at the same time.
Yeah. This is a unique system where we're set up for a dual broadcast. So basically we have shared infrastructure between the A and the B units, the same router, the same switcher, but we can support 2 different separate broadcasts. And actually, even crazier, we're doing 2 different color spaces on the show. The Yes Home show is 1080p HDR, and the Visit show in the B unit is 1080p SDR. So the switcher only needs to run in one format, so 1080p. And we can so in addition to managing a very large 1080p HDR show in the A unit, we're also managing a 1080p SDR show in the B unit. So almost every camera in the truck exists in both 1080p HDR and 1080p SDR, and we only have so much resources to convert those signals. So it's a big puzzle, and it's sort of fun to work the puzzle to say, all right, well, we've got these extra cameras today. How do we make sure we have it in both flavors for both clients?
And every game isn't the same, even with the visiting show, because sometimes they'll actually be here on site and is capable of cutting the show from here. And sometimes it's a cloud control. It could they could be cutting the show from the producer and director or somewhere else, and you're now feeding those things here to them, and they're cutting their show there.
It's some really cool technology that we worked out of necessity during COVID, where Game Creek has this product called GCD Anywhere, which allows us to remote operators to be located in studios at home, or even sometimes operators at their own houses. They can pretty much remotely control the gear that's inside the truck. So most of the time we have TDs, A1s, V1s, they're still in the truck with us, but producers, directors, graphics operators, bug operators, EVS operators
can be remote. Basically, which is interesting because the hardware is still here.
Yes.
But so the communications to the control of the hardware is being IP'd in or connected in, right?
Anything that has a remote control or is a PC you can remote into, we can just sort of drop an intercom panel or a router panel in the studio or at their house with a good internet connection, and they can remotely control and talk to the truck that way. It's pretty cool.
I'm glad that you found the path to this craft, because you solved a lot of problems on this show. We have a clean show, like 99.9% of the time.
We do what we can.
We do what we can. That's great, man. Thanks a lot, Aaron.
No problem.
Appreciate it.